Hello students, myself Sanjay Bhardwaj, Assistant Professor, JIMS JETTech, Greater Noida, UP. Today's topic is the role of teacher as a counselor. To help students in changing their behavior, the aim of the counselor is to help the students in changing their behavior through learning. The pupils will The pupils also want to know maximum about their own characteristics, their abilities, interests, and their behavior, etc. To assemble and examine information. The counselor, along with the client, collects the information about the client and his surroundings. They think over the importance and utilities of this information. Counselor asks questions. The counselor asks questions when he think fit proper. The form of these questions is such that the counselor can get the information to understand the client. These questions are framed just too fast and the process of self-understanding. The counselor gives suggestions. Sometimes the counselor listens only carefully. The rest of the time, he remains busy in conversation with the client. He puts some general suggestions too. To provide information to counselees. The counselor also provide information to the client. These informations are regarding the client, about social environment, about selective psychological concepts, and regarding the decision-making process. Sometimes informations are gained in the form of figures from the test scores, school record, or other sources. At some occasions, the counselor discovers the feelings, attitudes, and values and presents the same information obtained from the client to the client again. To interpret the information about the counseling, the job of counselor is concerned with the organization of the data, but sometimes it is of different types of activity because in this more attention is paid towards the client's reaction for such information. To provide information about counselee's social environment, the counselor makes available information about counselee's social environment, such as informations about employments, schools, economics, resources, sources, community facilities, and service training programs, direction of progress, and responsibility of citizens, etc. These information also include the attitude for the community, social values, changes occurring in the attitudes and values or about the nations. To assemble and examine information, the counselor along with the client collect the information about the client and his surroundings. They think over the importance and utility of these informations. To provide information about decision-making process. The role of a counselor also includes providing information to the client about decision-making process. He can be review these decisions too in association with the client which have been taken earlier by the client. He can explain the client that the decisions are taken gradually. The counselor should ensure the client that majority of the decisions will not be reversed. And This was the topic, that the role of a teacher as a counselor. I hope by this lecture you can understand what is the role of a counselor in delivering the counseling process, etc., and for the growth and development, career development, and educational development for the student. Thank you very much.